Is up, y'all? We are back with another jam of the day, and this one is the Everything House series curated by me. Of course, the jam of the day is my way of reaching out and touching you from miles away and sprinkling a little joy in your life. That being said, this is week 3, and we're getting close to the new year, which I got some fun and exciting stuff in store for February. Should be bringing 1 to 2, maybe potentially 3 more curators, covering 6 more genres, which is going to be a lot of fun. So keep a lookout for that. Until then, let's go ahead and dive into week 3 of Everything House. Looking like we have, the normal frequent flyers, a Colorize release, Anjunadeep release, This Never Happens release, as well as a Purified Records release, and 1 solo release track being Tuesday's track. Monday's track is going to be the Colorize release by Eugene Becker. Definitely a frequent flyer of the jam of the day. He's probably had, I want to say, like maybe 6 tracks on here by now. Absolutely incredible artist. Keeps outdoing himself with every track. So let's go ahead and dive in to Look Back, which was Monday's track of week 3 by Eugene Becker.
Makes you wonder.
Again, make sure you guys go drop Eugene Becker a like and a follow for Monday's track. Tuesday's track is going to be the only single release off label, and it's going to be released by Paige, called Young Lover. I've had him in my eye ever since he premiered with the jam of the day, probably about a month ago, I want to say. And since then, he's been, every 2 to 3 weeks, he's been dropping some fire music. So this is one of my favorite tracks from him in the last month, called Young Lover. It's going to be Tuesday's track for Everything House in week 3. Again, that track is called Young Lover by Paige. He's really been impressing me lately. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes more appearances going forward. Wednesday's track is going to be a little... Marsh dropped like a little mix EP from his tracks. And my favorite one off of it was he remixed his Marsh Love song, and it's the Marsh Euphoria mix. It's absolutely incredible. Really cool to see that he has multiple edits of his track, as do most artists, but his are a little bit reimagined into something beautiful. And this is actually going to be my pick of the week, just based off his creativity and reinventing a track that was already released through a new type of mix, which it's incredible. So let's go ahead and dive in to Marsh's Lover, Marsh Euphoria mix. My pick of the week. Again, this is Marsh's Love, the Marsh Euphoria mix, and Wednesday's track with the jam of the day in week 3 and my pick of the week. Make sure you guys go show him some love and support. Thursday's track, without further ado, is the This Never Happens release track of the week. Honestly, I've been trying to steer away from the bigger labels. It's just really hard, man. They pump out some great tracks. I mean, they do have a lot of releases, and I just try to pick my favorite from the week, but it's hard to stay away from the heavy hitters like Lane 8's label and Nora and Pure's label and Matt Fax's label, and it's just incredibly difficult. So but Thursday's track is going to be a Sultan Shepard track called Falling Behind with Panama. And this is going to be a This Never Happens release and Thursday's track. Let's go ahead and dive into the final drop. Without further ado, Falling Behind. Again, this track is called Falling Behind by Sultan and Shepard, Panama. Let's go ahead and drop into Friday's track. But before we do, you guys know it's never jam of the day without me saying, may your glass be half full. Make sure you guys go do something outside of the box. Tell family you love them. Happy holidays. Make sure you guys go buy your Christmas gifts if you haven't already. I know I just finished up with all my nieces and nephews. And yeah, peace, love, prosper. Make sure you guys go do something outside the box this weekend. Something you wouldn't normally do, please. Please. And now we can dive into Friday's track, which is going to be off of Nora and Pure's label, Purified Records. And this is going to be, we've had Luciano F on here before, but Cimmerian, and I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Let me try one more time. Cimmerian and Luciano F for Interconnected. Absolutely incredible track. It was released last night, early this morning. So it's fresh. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. Peace, love, prosper. I'll see you guys next week for week 4. Friendly reminder, go get your gifts.